After mentioning this game in about say like last three of my videos and waiting for it for over a year, it's finally out. 007 First Light, the new origin story for James Bond, and what you might call a Gen Z James Bond. And first off, Patrick Gibson has done a really good job portraying Bond in this. My father's generation had Roger Moore and Pierce Brosnan. Uh, Connery and Lazenby were a bit before his generation, and Timothy Dalton as well for like two movies. Yeah, and we had Daniel Craig. Now, Daniel Craig is a good actor, but yeah, he was more for the millennials than for the Gen Z, like people like me. So I turned 26 this year, and the James Bond in this game is also 26. So yeah, I think objective achieved for the IOI people, because I remember, was it Hassan Abrak saying that they want people to like grow up with this Bond? So yeah, I think I'll be 30 when the next game comes out, or if I'm lucky I get to play it by 29. So yeah, uh, I'm really impressed with this game. I really liked what they did in this game. And I'll go ahead and give you a spoiler free review of it. um, and then I will like dive headfirst into spoilers and yap about a few things. So um, like first of all, for me, I really like stealth games, and this game gives you a lot of options to be stealthy. So the usual setup is well, for the first mission, it's and I think yeah, the first mission is a good um like foil, like it's a good template of how all the missions in this game work out. You start off slow, you start off being stealthy, you avoid encounters as much as possible, you avoid combat as much as possible, you collect information about stuff about your target. And then comes the second part of the game where yeah, it's completely full blown action packed. The classic 007 setup where like it's a bit uh, 007 moving around the world collecting clues about his target and so on and so forth. And then the final act where all hell breaks loose and it's do or die. So as I was saying, the stealth mechanics, the bluff system is so good. Like it's really funny when like you're trying to sneak around and like you suddenly not notice a guard coming by and you get caught, and you'll have to confront them, and yeah, you'll have to spend some instinct points which are symbolized by these electricity symbols. um, you'll have to uh, like quickly press q or q, or they might just start shooting at you. And I think if you like continually press, if you keep pressing q while you're like walking towards them, I think it only charges 3 instinct points instead of 4 in my experience. And which was all right. Like I don't mind, I think, because again, once you do the bluff, guards in the general area, they don't seem to bother you any longer for a certain period of time. But they also get marked out with the white dot on top of their head, after which you cannot really uh, confront them or encounter them any longer, because yeah, the second time they'll start calling out your bluffs. Moving on to the combat of the game, and yeah, the combat is amazing. Like I would say, I believe they are making a John Wick game, and yeah, this is pretty much standard for it now. You can shoot people, and in case they are not dead, you can then punch them. And take their gun and then shoot them with their own gun. So that's something you can do in this. And the overall difficulty, I played it in the intended difficulty, was, I would say, like, yeah, if you're not careful enough with how you play the game, you can die like quite easily. I mean, I died quite a few times while going through certain sections of the game. And apart from the gameplay, the characters in this game. Now, we live in a world where the political climate seems to be very jarring and, in fact, quite polarizing. But despite whatever the color of the skin is, these are pretty well written characters. I really liked how Moneypenny, uh, it's like her character gets gradually revealed to you, and a lot you learn a lot of things about these characters from the tax sim. Unfortunately, yeah. So, like, when you go into the tax sim section of the game, it there are these two scientists, or there are these bunch of scientists that seem to be talking to each other, and that's where you learn some of the background information of some of the characters, or about some certain story incidents, which is all right. But again, I'm not putting those sections over here because like, those would be spoiler territory. I might mention what I learned from those conversation further into the game. Sorry, further into this video. But yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't really able to record those conversations. I also really liked Cressida and Monroe. These two characters are like they grow to be your best friends in the game. They accompany you in the very first mission as well. And I'll delve down into how the characters developed in further into the game. The Another good character that I felt was Greenway, who plays a mentor to Bond. I think he's played by the guy from The Walking Dead. What was his name? Lenny James.
Need nothing this man has to offer. Yes, this is just the boon that M's been looking for to get Foreign Secretary Bright and his lot off our backs, but 009 is a master manipulator. Whatever his endgame is, we won't see it coming.
Yeah, Lenny James. So yeah, he brings this sort of gravitas, seriousness, and not bitch, a bit of maturity, which acts as a foil for a still immature, a still uh, growing Bond. Also, the new Q. So from what I got, he is essentially like he's also like a mentor figure for Bond. Certainly in terms of his taste, because like I said, he's Gen Z. He is broke. Yes, James Bond is yeah, very relatable. Bro is broke. He has not had the taste for the high life, but yeah, for some reason I'll get into it later. In fact, I'll get into it now. Um, I'll be diving into the spoiler territory pretty soon. So I'll just finish up this review. This game is really good if you, as a lot of people have mentioned, if you like Uncharted, if you like stealth games like Hitman. It's a combination of these two worlds, along with slick and fast action from, say, Payday or Call of Duty. It's a good combination of that, and if you like any of these games, you will have a really good time with this one. And yeah, that's it. You should go and buy it. Again, in my place it's about 3500. um, so enough about that. Yeah, in my initial run I gave this game a 10 on 10. But upon revision on how certain things went, I gave it a 10 on 10 till the last few sections of the game, and after those section I would like to give this 9.90 9.93 out of 10. So yeah, still like a really good game. You should give it a go. All right, now we'll be moving into the spoiler territory right after this countdown. So the game begins with a helicopter crash, which is like very reminiscent of Call of Duty.
ETA 3 minutes. Going in low. On station. Lead. Mission details are in. What have we got? Flag raised on a retrieval mission. 18 scientists and engineers. No comms, no morning check-in. Been offline 64 minutes and counting. We need visuals and a status. That's one expensive wake-up call. Must be more to it than that. Let's see. Norwegian weather satellite picked up an unusual heat signature a couple of clicks off coast 2 hours ago. That's all I've got. What sort of retrieval are we talking about? That's classified. Can't sound right, little housing. We've got incoming! Deploying flag! Speed! We are under attack! Follow is down! Fire incoming! That's it! Repeat, that's it!
We then take a life, which to become a double O there are two kills that needs to be made prior to assignment, which is followed by like one of the most wildest escape scenes where the enemies can't seem to stop you even though they are in an armored vehicle with what I think an auto cannon mounted on it.
Hey, come on! Come on! What are you doing? Come on! Run!
See this? Like, people have been complaining that this Bond game is not goofy enough to be James Bond. What the hell is this? In the very first level of this game, if how can this not be goofy enough for you? Like, you do not want it to be like Johnny English, right? Like, it's still it's serious enough to be James Bond, but still, it is goofy enough. And now this. Now take a look at this. He is about to take out an armored vehicle with a fucking quad bike. Like, what more do you want? Come on.
Everybody okay? Follow me this way. There's a way out.
And now, for one of the most badass openings in any video game, like you cannot complain about him not being Bond enough. Like, this is it. Like, oof. I'm not gonna blabber on anymore. Just like witness this scene.
Stop! I've got the detonator! Hold your fire! What is this now? You gonna blow us up? Yeah, thinking about it. And destroy the asset? MI6 would never.
I'm not MI6.
Run into the sunlight. It's
Yeah, so it's followed by this opening sequence with the song sung by Lana Del Rey. Not gonna play it because I'm afraid my video might get copyright strike, so not gonna risk that. um yeah, so you have this new opening sequence with Bond running around and pointing his gun, with Diana from Lights Out dancing around him. Yeah, I think it's. I believe it's a I think that uh, dancing entity is a reference to this
Housekeeping.
character for certain reasons that I'll delve into later. We then see him entering the MI6 office, which has the Universal Exports logo in front of it. If you have seen the movies, uh, it happens to be like the cover that Bond always uses. So it gives him
Thanks.
an excuse to be in weird places at weird times, because he works in exports, he's lining up deals and stuff. This is also the first time we get introduced to Moneypenny, who kind of silently acknowledges was the one who was guiding us through the camp in in the first mission. And she is like a sister to Bond. Like she's there to help him out and stuff. He always calls her up if he needs something, if he needs assistance or if he needs help and whatever. This is also the first time we get introduced to Moneypenny, who kind of silently acknowledges was the one who was guiding us through the camp in in the first mission. And she is like a sister to Bond. Like she's there to help him out and stuff. He always calls her up if he needs something, if he needs assistance or if he needs help and whatever.
Look, I know where this is going.
And
You can spare me the
where
money,
we
but you
meet
might tell me
the
why I'm here.
new M, who I believe she has the characteristics of the earlier M, who was stern but caring, and of the Craig era M as well, who happens to be like a bit more cynical in her approach to James. So yeah, she plays this M is like a balance of them both. She trusts Bond to do his work. She believes in him, but at the same time, she eventually begins to be a bit skeptical of him as well. But that doesn't really last that long. Uh, about a few hours before she uh, is forced to trust him again, because he does certain things that proves his loyalty to her and to the nation.
Miss Ponsonby?
And there's also Miss Ponsonby, who in the books was the assistant of James Bond. Again, in the books, James Bond is much older than he is in this case. We are then shipped off to Malta to start our training in the Double O program. And
John Greenway.
this is where we meet Greenway for the first
Yes.
time. And
And
it's
you're late.
my hunch that in the later game we will find out that, oh my god, Greenway was 007 in his day. So, yeah, who knows? We'll have to see how this theory works out. We then meet Monroe, who beats the heck out of us. We then get assigned to them to Monroe and Cressida to help us improve our grade, or like to get bond up to the mark. And yeah, there is this entire training montage where you go through driving, you go through combat, and you do these capture the flag missions. And yeah, it's like a movie in this case. And then you also have to uh, do a sort of a boss fight with Monroe. So that goes from being rivals to being like very good fast friends. And then there is a bit of a lull in between training, and we find out why we were recruited. Our instincts, our instincts, or James Bond instincts, are so wild and so what can I say, so supernatural, that they beat a supposedly infallible and never wrong AI, which has helped MI6 be completely safe, and like it has propelled MI6 into the top of the intelligence community. And after that, we visit the Q branch to get our Q watch from Q. And of course, I chose
What's the
the
difference?
one with
This
the
one's
emerald green
white,
strap.
that's navy, burgundy, winter grey. Stylish pick.
I mean,
I do
yeah,
believe
I
there's
know
hope
I
for you
got
yet.
taste. Anywho,
You're the first
after
recruit to
this,
receive one of these.
like every good buddy drama, we, along with our buddies, move into this really nice apartment for the remaining of our training period. And this entire section where you live with your buddies in the flat really fleshes Cressida and Monroe out. Like you find out that Cressida is the daughter of the foreign secretary, and Monroe happens to be from a line of decorated SAS commanders. And this goes back to the MI6 tradition of hiring people from the aristocracy or the cream of the society. Nowadays, I believe they have followed a bit of how CIA recruits, which is like they uh, if you are aware about John Kiriakou, I believe they hire from different income backgrounds, people with certain sociopathic tendencies, not complete sociopaths, but with tendencies to um, lie. Like they'll be comfortable lying, but at least they have a sense of patriotism, and they can think of doing good for other people and not being extremely selfish, and are comfortable taking orders and stuff. But yeah, in the earlier days of MI6, you have to understand that it was a very uh, class based kind of thing. So MI6 would also, um, along with information collection, they sabotaged a lot of political movements, or they placed people who would subvert the political movement, so that the British Empire, or in India what we would call the British Raj, would get what they want, whether it would be certain political conditions that are favorable to them, or access to certain resources and whatnot. So that's the origins of how the entire, I mean, it's also one of the most oldest intelligence agencies in the world. And in this setting, Bond is like a nobody. He's like an outsider among them. I'm pretty sure, I think one or two of the other agents uh, are also outsiders, because I believe Singh, I think he's mentioned in the game, is also supposedly an outsider. I didn't go into his character. I wasn't able to find out more about his character. um he happens to be like a sort of tech guy. There is this another character whose parents are diplomats. So yeah, it's still following uh, the book version of MI6 quite closely, but in a contemporary setting. And then the story moves on. And characters have a bit of a development, like Cressida and Monroe are in a situationship slash budding romance thing going on in between them. um Bond, yeah, Bond happens to be Bond, if you know what I mean, nudge nudge, wink wink. And yeah, things move on. We have this assessment mission inside a nightclub. They and Yeah, we kinda make a mess of it, or at least Greenway thinks that we made a mess of it. Well, I mean, then again, people can't help fall for Bond's charm, as happens for this lady in the red dress, who essentially stalks Bond throughout this mission, and yeah, completely interrupts him between his tasks.
So, my boyfriend's not looking too hot. He won't say what's happened, but I have a feeling you happened.
Get rid of her, Bond.
I don't know if I should be angry or flattered.
Neither. It had nothing to do with you.
Are you sure?
Quite. Excuse me. Bad news. Pike just entered the exclusive booth.
Better find a way in.
And this mission closes with a mole uncovered and a few bar fights won.
Mind if I cut him? You want a matching scar, mate? These guys really want to dance. My shot! I'll do. Charles, walk away now. Our club's full of regular Londoners, and you had to charm the army boys.
Taste.
You're late.
And with this, the training period for our double O program recruits is suspended effective immediately, because they are now supposed to go after this incredibly experienced former double O agent. uh, they are supposed to accompany their instructor Greenway in order to make contact and get some information from 009, which, if you ask anyone in real life, can be considered a very bad idea, but is justified in this case, as them being complete blank slates in the intelligence community. So they assume that 009, who is named Reese Beckett in this case, is completely oblivious about them.
Probably a
And
new line of
in
air
between the
fresheners.
prep phase, we get a cameo, sort of, or a reference to Kingsman. Yeah, with the dagger shoes and the umbrella.
Darling, it's a dream come true.
And after that, we get a bit of a brief from Moneypenny about Reese Beckett or 009, and what uh, uh, he should expect from him. um, Along with other things, we find out that Cressida and Monroe are playing husband and wife or partners, I suppose. uh, Meanwhile, Bond has been relegated to the role of chauffeur, and this leads us to the gameplay reveal level. I think we have all seen this. Like, at least I have seen that entire gameplay. So, I mean, it's plain and simple. It's like the highlight. You like, we start off as waiting as someone who's tasked to wait in the parking lot to check the perimeter, but then us, meaning Bond, notices something off about a bellhop, and we go into the hotel, looking into that bellhop, like following him and stuff, and trying to confront him, uh, which then skipped into this car chase section. But now I'll show you why they skipped the section. So, as we follow the bellhop, turns out to be this sort of really elusive character who keeps on changing disguises again and again every time we get close to him.
One hell of a fight. If that's the case, where's the body? Good question. Found a wool suit, size XL. This guy changed his disguise again. Or he changed his outfit. Small word, big difference. Monroe, this is serious. The blonde man did something to the chief of security.
We then finally are able to kind of corner the bellhop with the help of Monroe, and yeah, this is the part where something, in my opinion, unexpected happened. At least for me, it was unexpected. And that something bad is that Monroe gets murdered by that freaking bellhop, who turns out to be this blonde Finnish guy. We later find out, like, that he has a twin, as you'll see in this fight ahead. um I'll let it play out. Yeah, give it a look.
It's Monroe.
Stay down.
Won't end well for you.
Focus. Okay, where's the off switch? Not this. Useless. Come on, which one? Green. Shit. Now to the wire. All the time in the world.
And just like that, everything comes apart. Like, Monroe is dead. Cressida unfortunately gets crippled, but we do not have time to mourn because this entire tragedy is followed by one of the best driving sequences in this game.
Looking for these?
Hold on. Just who the hell are you?
Not now. Eyes on the road. Look out.
I got it. That's the car.
It's got too much of a head start. You need to cut some corners.
Careful what you wish for.
Ambulances, watch it. She... All right.
And this entire chase sequence is then followed by an incredibly amazing combat section, followed by I think one of the standout set pieces in this game. But for this section, I'm gonna assume you have already watched the gameplay reveal, and I'll just skip ahead and get on with the story beats. Upon returning from this mission, James discovers that apart from Monroe, uh, two other agents are also dead, along with Cressida and one other. I believe her name is Nash. Have suffering grievous wounds. So this really yeah, upsets the mood. Oh yeah, I almost forgot, there is also one other agent who is missing or like have gone in hiding. And yeah uh, like yeah, I expected to see Monroe and Cressida a lot more, but they kind of got shelved in the very first mission of the
Sorry
game.
to intrude.
Not the very
You know
first
us
mission,
well.
but like
AI pioneer.
the very
Briefly
first
advised me to
official
control Winter Gray.
assignment
I couldn't
of
stay up that
James'
late. I'm
career.
sorry for Secretary Bright informed me of what had happened.
During the funeral
I thought you would
sequence,
assume.
we also get introduced
So
to
much for the
Sir Nicholas Webb, who is the maker of Thea, which is the AI that James proved wrong. And this leads us to an injured Greenway and James making their way into LF, which is ran by Lenny Kravitz. Yeah, Lenny Kravitz, who is dressed, who is a flamboyantly dressed Bond villain, and has, well, one of the most criticized and controversial Jaguar model that's ever been produced. Greenway and James then managed to flip Palma or Lenny Kravitz's left hand man into an asset and offer him the place a left in a platter in order to get 009's location.
Throw in box seats at the menu and we have a deal.
Stretford End, best we can do.
Ah, we both know that's not true.
Fine. Done.
Well, it appears you have some sway after all.
So, yeah, bro betrayed everything he ever knew for a Manchester United ticket. I know a few people who might do that. But anywho, after we get into 009's shipwreck, uh, uh, what he calls a house, uh, which he has booby trapped to high heavens, James and Greenway find out that while they were flipping around for information and for access, someone had already tracked 009, got to him, probably interrogated him, and murdered him in cold blood. After this, James and Greenway look around 009's houseboat and find out that he knew about the double O recruits and also was following the program very closely. And James deduces that 009 still wanted to tell Greenway something, and he probably wasn't the traitor that Greenway thought he was. Greenway dismissive of was dismissive of that, uh, but James managed to convince him to check out this shipwreck that he saw through the spyglass in 009's boathouse. But as soon as they decide to head out and check it out, they get captured by Bauma's man.
Housekeeping, I presume?
James then wakes up only to find himself and Greenway tied upside down over a pit of crocodiles. And well, there is this entire scene where the guy they flipped, Barkad Ali, gets yeeted into the pit. And yeah, this section involves us trying to wake Greenway as soon as possible. And once we do that, Greenway offers information to Bama about his lost sister. Or and here's the funny thing. In the tax sim, you find out that MI6 through Thea knew that where Bama's sister died, but Greenway did not tell Bama about that. So Bama ended up helping us get a car and sets us on our way to the Transworld shipwreck. Greenway and Bond then make their way into the Transworld shipwreck, and they find 009's secret hideout. And there they find this MI6 issue briefcase, which blows up anything that's inside it if it's not opened correctly. And this is where James and as soon as they decide to take the briefcase back to MI6 for further analysis of the evidence in it, they get ambushed by a bunch of mysterious men. And like it's safe to say get they get out of the shipwreck, and well, they get stuck in a predicament where escape almost seems impossible. As I watched this footage again while editing, I noticed this sort of glee in Greenway's face. He's kind of happy that he's going out this way. Uh, or or is it maybe he's being cheeky because he expects something to happen, which as it's shown, they get rescued by Bama, who comes in with his posse, and they get saved, and they go back to England. But in the tussle, they unfortunately lose the evidence that was in the briefcase. So yeah, and now dejected Bond is ordered by M to go back to his house and yeah, like have a breather, relax and recoup. And once back in his apartment, Bond discovers a note on his windowsill, and it's his self-deletion note. It can't be good, right? Now, while I enjoy the subsequent section after this, I will not be showing it because, again, IOI ended up spoiling that entire sequence in the subsequent gameplay trailer releases after the initial gameplay reveal. So, yeah, I'll just move on ahead to the next section where we infiltrate the gala of Nicholas Webb. So this is where Moneypenny's role kind of becomes crucial. She helps us trace a cell phone that we got from the assassin back in the apartment. So there is this entire section where we avoid the sniper. Again, that sniper turns out to be one of the twins that attacked us in the first assignment mission, and also I believe he's the one that kills Monroe. So yeah, we track him down to this gala, get some payback for what he has done to us and our friends. I really enjoyed this type of boss fight. It reminded me a bit of Metal Gear Solid uh, 3, I think, where you are supposed to play a game of hide and seek with the boss, and you can't really attack her outright. You need to sneak up on her. So it's a bit like that. And yeah, like it was interesting because I think Watch Dogs could have done something like this. uh, I think I think they tried to do it with an enemy, but it just so happens that if you had done certain quests earlier and gotten a few upgrades, you could just outright take down the enemy in one go. So the entire setup would lead to nothing. But in this case, it works perfectly. You have a really daunting opponent in one of these murder twins. uh, you have to, like, since you can't confront him outright, you'll have to work your way around him, use your gadgets to your advantage, whittle his health down before you can move in for the kill.
Must be something I can use to get to him.
A criticism of mine for this section is that they could have made it a QT event to make it a bit more personal, because he's one of the guys who killed a good friend of yours. So it could have been a moment of gravitas. But yeah, I think still, I think this Motto Twins that is satisfying enough, I guess. But yeah, I still had a bit of a um, what can I say? I felt something was missing from this. And we don't get a breather after this because turns out Greenway's life is in danger after this. Um, a kill team is supposedly dispatched to go after him, and I think James had enough intuition to deduce that Nicholas Webb, must be involved. So he asks Moneypenny to uh, like come up with a solution to hack Webb's phone in order to pinpoint the kill team's location so that he can go there and intercept them. In his way out from the gala, he again encounters Charlotte Roth, or as she goes by in this case, Isula Vale, or as I like to call her, Vesperlin with Japanese heritage. Like, I believe that she is essentially the Vesperland of this bond.
Damien!
I won't be surprised if in the later game her name turns out to be Vesper,
Damien, me.
real
The
name.
beach, was it?
And she introduces us to the one who would become Adam Smasher. But anywho, before this dude becomes Adam Smasher, turns out he is someone who roofies people for a
I'd be
kick.
careful with this one, James. Dare I say, out of your league.
And viewers, this is the moment where I would request you guys to go and check out Fits and the Tantrums. They have this soundtrack called Out of My League. I think it would really fit this situation. And then comes a scene which again takes, well, in my opinion, a page out of the Metal Gear Solid games. And yeah, this is an interrogation scene, but instead of us doing the interrogation, we are the ones getting interrogated.
See, you wasted no time. What? No witty remark? Not even the old, "You're never gonna get away with this." Wow.
Tell me something, do you always bring sedatives to a party? I should count myself lucky I didn't wake up in your hotel room.
Your profile wasn't kidding. You really are spectacularly annoying. Anything else you'd like to get off your chest?
I'm curious. What did 009 have on you? You must have posed quite a threat.
Yes, well, you've seen the T-shirt. Every crisis is an opportunity.
Have you told Nico about his brother's untimely end? I do hope he doesn't shoot the messenger.
Just be grateful that I don't have his patience or his anatomical know-how. We're about done here, then. My champagne's getting flat.
How did you know 009 was in Slovakia and left? Do you have a mole at MI6?
You're good. I tell you, I really would, but then, well, then I'd have to kill you. Oh, wait. I'm gonna do that anyway. Would you look at the time? Joe.
I have to ask. Do you often let your father scold you like a petulant child?
Oh, James. Now you're just trying to get a rise out of me. Have it your way.
But thankfully, with the help of Isola, we managed to make our escape and get out of the museum. And yeah, we pull a sort of a John Wick in order to get out of the museum, as you'll see here right now in a bit.
Mid-20s, dark-haired, medium build. Orders are to shoot.
Damon's dogs, I presume.
Clearing right side, taking lead, moving in.
Check that corridor.
Entrance right, clear.
Squad is in position.
What the? Ah. Oh. Oh.
Target spotted. Right bloody there. Move out of my shot. Got you.
And as soon as we're out of the doors of the museum, there is this another section that not section, a set piece that was showcased in one of the gameplay reveals earlier this year. And all I can say is I'll leave this in for the time being, because it connects well with the next mission, or next with the next location of the game.
Not quite. Keys, where are they?
In the cab!
Thanks.
It's next in second!
Don't worry. I'll take good care of that.
And once we make our escape, we make our way towards Greenway. And as it turns out, Greenway is quite a badass, because even with a broken hand, he managed to take out the kill team. I swear, I have this suspicion that he will turn out to be the former 007. Just like 009, I bet he would be 007. uh, I just hope it's there in the canon. So, anywho, Greenway, upon hearing James's discoveries, decides to have a field trip to Web HQ.
Gentlemen, I've breached the web industry's database, and as of this moment, you're both upper middle management. I'm sure you'll blend right in. Your IDs will only take you as far as the executive floors, and that's where the real challenge begins. Your final destination is an impregnable, self-contained structure atop the main building known as the Perch. I believe this is where the company stores its data.
Code White. Webb's deleting all the evidence.
What can
And they would go on demon time and decide to give a poor man a bad case of food poisoning.
Are you quite alright?
I don't feel so good, actually. Oh my. Something you ate?
And then they also find some time to have a nice chat with each other. Uh, like I said, Greenway gradually becoming warmer and warmer towards
Strange, don't you
James.
think? Sir Nicholas seemed genuinely sorry about what happened tonight.
He liked you, Bond. You got in his way. That's the world you're in now. Half this job is doing something you'd rather not. The sooner you learn that, the better.
We'd never have known about Webb if it wasn't for 009. I think if things had gone differently, you would have forgiven him.
He was a traitor.
That doesn't answer the question.
You don't get to wipe the slate clean. Fact is, Reese was a bad apple, and I should have seen it. Moscow rules. Assume nothing, trust no one.
Sounds like no way to live.
Splendid way to stay alive, though.
And then they get some help from Isola, who had to fast track her plan to pull off a heist in Web Industries. And on her way towards her goal, she helps out Greenway and James to get to theirs. James and Greenway then proceed to hack the perch and bring offline servers online so that they can extract data that they need from those servers. Um, it's an interesting section where you play, where you can, if you want, you can play hide and seek with the enemy. Um, I played a bit of hide and seek and then just outright took them out. Um, but yeah, there is the story
Okay,
beat that
what we
comes
got?
in.
Mission reports.
Greenway
Mali
figures out that
2019. Karachi
the
2021.
the nightfall
A drone
operation,
strike on
which
fighters in the arms district.
was
I thought it
done
was the
under the
CIA.
guidance of
CIA.
Thea,
Bond,
happened to be based on
these are all
completely
MI6
bogus
Black
data,
Ops
and that
based
Thea
on
had made a
confirmed
huge
Vega data.
mistake, which
Some of
led
our
to
biggest intelligence
Greenway being
successes in the
forced
last
to
decade. But
kill
if I'm reading this
his
right,
well kill his
we
fellow
were working
agents.
off of
And
false intel.
if
Every
the
single time.
first
Thea makes
few hours of the
mistakes.
game
Thea
is any suggestion, it's
makes
safe to
mistakes.
assume um,
The only
Greenway
reason I
had
know
a
that is
similar
because Webb
camaraderie with his fellow
covers it up,
agents,
so to
uh,
speak. Every time Bella gets her wires crossed,
like
he dispatches
we or
Damien to fix
James
the
had
narrative, to
uh,
alter the
with
crime
his.
scene,
So
plant
it is
evidence,
safe
frame
to assume
or
that
eliminate witnesses. Collecting
yeah,
the facts to
Greenway
fit the data.
has a
This
downbeat
has been
and
going on all the way
depressed
back
demeanor, mostly because yeah, he
to late
had to
in
kill his friends,
2014.
and now it turns out he didn't really have to kill his friends, and that Nicholas Webb and his son
It was a
took
lie right
steps
from the
that
start.
caused him great personal harm. And yeah, I think
Thea
this
drew false
literally
conclusions that
caused
Webb
him to
made a
spiral
decision.
into darkness and
Frame
stuff.
009 and the
So
others.
yeah, quite
He
a
betrayed everyone.
big push, or quite a big shock for the character.
You couldn't have known.
And then Nicholas Webb shows up, and he tries to, well, he tries to gas us till death. And yeah, very very super villainy of him, because he has two guys with guns, and yeah, he still decides to gas us.
And as for you, I guess we'll never know.
Bond, step aside. In here. You'll need that. Now, move!
We then make our escape from web industries, fighting our way out, causing a huge ruckus in the process. And honestly, this is one of my favorite sections or set pieces of the game. It's not exactly a set piece, but yeah, the whole sequence of us escaping is like one of my favorites, mostly because the combat in this is very enjoyable.
Greenway, Bond, I'm holed up inside the helicopter. I need you to draw their attention while I raise the platform. How do I reach you? Your only chance is to jump across from the control room. And I won't lie, it's gonna be tight. The moment you break cover, they'll shut the hangar doors to lock us in. If I don't make it, go.
Engaging lock altitude. Stand clear of the platform. No tables.
Time is running out. Get to the control room.
Flash him out! Who's going down? He's got his
Now or never, Bond.
There goes nothing.
And soon after this, as soon as we land the helicopter, Greenway declares his well, he quits, he ups and leaves, and it's understandable. He has had one of the most shocking revelations a man can ever have, or in fact, I would say a soldier can ever have, who had to kill his friends who were supposedly traitors but were actually not traitors, and in fact he had been duped. So this entire thing leads to M sanctioning or like sending us on a covert mission to Vietnam in order to foil Damien's next assassination plan for killing a certain scientist.
Neutrino voltaic energy research. Sadly, he died last month in Singapore under ambiguous circumstances. 3 weeks later, a solar geoengineering specialist died in Orlando, Florida. Circumstances equally ambiguous.
Dare say a pattern emerges.
Indeed. Thayer flagged these seemingly unconnected deaths as consistent with the MO of an elusive terrorist, Caliban, a rabid extinctionist who believes that mankind is a cancer on the planet that needs to be purged.
Sounds delightful. Safe to say this Caliban is not too keen on scientific progress. What's it got to do with Webb?
Here's the kicker. According to Interpol, Caliban's charred remains were recovered from a Mexican landfill. And according to forensics, he's been dead for months. Now, if this is true...
It means Thayer made another blunder.
Another ghost pattern, yes. We believe Damien is in Vietnam to cover up this latest mistake. Likely, he plans to stage a copycat killing, making it look like Caliban is very much alive and kicking.
Confirming Thayer's original conclusion. Who's the target?
I'm afraid we don't know.
Time for a little
So,
Q&A. Who
the
are we
Vietnam
playing today,
level
James?
is basically one of the
Sinjin's
most
mine.
beautiful
And what
maps
do we
in
do
this
for
game.
work?
We run our own
What
company.
we have to do is
Same-day
essentially
courier
go
service
around
called
and
Go Get
find
It.
out three scientists or three, um, I believe they are millionaires who work in uh, eco-friendly or green tech sectors, and yeah, some of them are nice, some of them are very secretive, and one of them, Teresa Lorca, happens to be someone who Bond has a fling with. So yeah, and it was supposed to happen, she turns out to be the target of Damien because she fits the profile of who he's trying to mimic, this terrorist called Caliban, who is like
Still on.
this mad guy who kills billionaires who
Tea
have
time.
connections or who run green tech ventures, which is kind of weird. I mean, I you would expect the someone to run like, a cult where they are trying to um, kill billionaires who are or like who have investments and who propagate businesses that are harmful to the environment, at least in our reality or in real life. There are a bunch of organizations that protest and take action against companies that have drastic to what you can say, not good effects on the environment. They might have a good economic effect, but in the long term, the deterioration of environment leads to uh, declining health in the residents of those regions. Anywho, regardless of that, uh, James fights his way through a bunch of Ellis's, not Ellis, Damien's men in order to get to Ellis, who's this another scientist that we encounter earlier in the level. And upon coming to, he's a bit delirious and he tries to attack us, but us being us, it's a one hit KO. We then rush to save Teresa, and we see the other murder twin, and yeah, unlike the first one, we beat the heck out of this one. And thankfully, unlike in the movie, um, or in the movies, we are able to save the sort of side character, I would say, because usually it happens that if Bond has a fling with any other woman in the movie, they tend to get killed by the villain later on, or after the after the fling, which is like a ongoing thing in the Bond franchise, where every woman he falls in love with tend to die, except for the last No Time to Die movie, where he dies instead of the other way around.
From the gift shop.
Shall we?
There! Go! Get out of here! All right, stop!
Yeah, so this was a glitch I encountered, where since I beat the crap out of the last murder twin in front of a
James.
window, the cutscene got triggered automatically,
James, are you there?
and this leads us to one
Yeah, I'm
of
here.
the famous scenes from Goldfinger, where the main bad guy, Auric Goldfinger, ties Bond to a metal chair and goes, "Let me show you one of my little toys, Mr. Bond. The industrial laser. It can shoot. It can cast a shadow on the moon, and on a closer range, it can cut through a slab of steel. Let me show you." And he just starts pointing it at James, at Sean Connery's crotch area, and then Sean Connery goes, "Do you expect me to talk And he replies with, "No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die." uh, Unlike in the movie, we thankfully get saved by uh, Greenway. And I think this escape sequence is like again a very interesting section in the game where like you can command or
Guess we're doing this
mark
then?
targets for Greenway to take out.
Bond, you
I'll
got a lot
let
of
this entire
company down
section
there.
play out.
Still a...
Oh yeah, and also my dumbass realized that instead of pressing alt every time and accidentally pressing the window button, I could have all the while slaved the Q lens mode to the middle to the wheel of my mouse. So if you like, some of these of the mouses have this feature where you can press the mouse wheel, and yeah, that's an input in itself. So yeah, this is again a gameplay advice for you all. If you are gonna pick this up.
Peace? Right. Okay, here's the plan. You call them, I'll bag them. In position. I'm ready. Push forward through the quarry. I'll meet you at the other end of it. And keep your head down.
It was me thinking it was going to be a nice, quiet evening.
Don't have eyes on him. Anyone got eyes on the shooter?
We then eventually get into a mining rig and then go after Damien.
We're moving again.
Greenway gets shot, but we still push on. And yeah, the Damien boss fight is a bit like how we have to how we had to fight the first Moto Twin. Uh, I'll just let the uh, I'll just let it play out, and you can see how it is.
Alone at last. Now what's that? A little liquid courage for what happens next.
What this? Oh no. This is so much more.
It's a synthetic compound. It floods the endocrine system, elevating physical and mental awareness. It makes you faster, better, stronger.
See, this is why I call him Adam Smasher, because his philosophy is sort of like that, and his faith also happens to be something like Adam Smasher.
You still think you can stop me, James? You are outmatched and outsmarted! Don't you see? We've been ahead of you every step of the way.
You really do love the sound of your own voice, don't you?
What now? Think, James. Think. That's better. Shall we?
Can't let him get in. If I can't stop him, maybe something will.
Is that really the best you've got? You really have no idea what you're...
So, just like the first Murdered Twin, you will have to bait Damien into stepping into traps or like into the zone where the light shines so that you can stun him. You can consider it to be like a high stakes game of tag. And yeah, the only thing is if Damien catches you like in intended difficulty, he can like take you out like this. So yeah, we'll have to like I was able to do it quite nicely in my second playthrough, but in the first one he took me out quite a bit.
It's been fun, but I'm gonna have to break this off.
Oh, James! James, you have such a way with words. You're hilarious!
Now, you must be wondering why the hell have I been calling him Adam Smasher? I swear there's a very good reason why I call him Adam Smasher. And if you have stuck around for, I think it's about an hour and a half of this video, I will explain it, I swear. So just stick around and I'll get to it. But first, let's we go and check up on Greenway.
Hey, easy now. I've got you.
Damien.
It's done. He's gone. Okay, up we go, old man. Let's get you patched up. I thought you said it was just a scratch.
Oh, the wonders of adrenaline. Oh, stop, Bob.
We need to get you to a hospital.
Oh, James. James.
What do I do? I need you to tell me what to do.
Just sit for a bit. Sit and enjoy the view.
Why did you come back for me? I thought you hated heroics.
Turns out I was wrong about that. You've got heart, Bond. You're just what we need right now. I don't know why I didn't see it before.
Because you're a miserable old bastard.
There is that. Will you do me a favor?
Anything.
Don't let it change you. Don't let it.
Is there anyone I should contact? Greenway. John.
And with this, Greenway passes away. Think Lenny James pulled off a really good performance, and I expected the character to survive at least the second game. But yeah, I guess this is how we push this Bond into becoming that lone operator, I guess. I mean, again, I expected this one to be like a team effort where Bond learns from his compatriots, but as this game becomes apparent, it's him against the entire world. So, yeah, unfortunately, neither us nor James gets too much time to think about Greenway's death, and we are given a really bad news from M that we are coming to a compromise with Nicholas Webb. So, yeah, as you could say, Bond is pissed about it. So, what do you think an up and coming agent who has a really long career ahead of him will do in this case?
Giving in is not giving up. Quite the contrary, we do this to protect the country we all love. It is time to stand down. Thank you. Bond, congratulations. Your performance in Vietnam proved beyond a doubt you'll make an excellent 00.
What are you doing? We can't let Webb get away with this.
What we do is my call. The world's not fair, Bond. I thought Greenway taught you that.
Don't bring Greenway into this.
M, we have to go. The Prime Minister's waiting.
Moneypenny will debrief you, then go home and get some well-deserved rest.
Now, if we do that, we would get a promotion, we might retire as a national security advisor, even. But no, James doesn't believe in that. So, what do? We go to the debrief, and then we rob Cube Lab, and then we call our mysterious girlfriend, who definitely is lying to us and has ulterior motives. But hey, at least she has got a yacht. And then Isola and James, at least James open up a little to Isola. He gets a bit uh, comfy with her, and she kind of doesn't want to let him in, and so we have this sort of budding tension in between them. And yeah, but who cares? She's kind of loaded because she also has a freaking submarine on her beck and call.
こちらへは目的地に到着した。
エコワンラジャー20分に合流します。やっぱり1時間ください。
And then in a scene that would definitely fit in to Diamonds Are Forever any day, they infiltrate, or they like move ahead with their infiltration plan for the super secret R&D research lab that Webb has made in the Arctic Circle of all places. Like the heating costs alone would be causing a massive amount of green gas emissions. I mean, uh, if for I mean, how the hell did any government allow this? I mean, come on. But yeah, then again, he's a Bond villain, and yeah, if anything, Bond villains have their hideouts in very weird places. So yeah, very part and core of the yeah, part and parcel of the franchise. In fact, I would say it's like one of the core settings of the franchise, that the villain will have some wild ass place where they have their base of operations set up. And their mission seems to be going swimmingly until the food poisoning guy shows up, or I believe he's the chief legal officer of the web industries, and yeah, he is pissed at us.
We do? Roger Finch, Chief Legal Officer.
Oh, right. Elevator guy.
I'm sure this is all a big joke to you. Don't move. I will shoot. It's Finch. James Bond is here. I've got him poking about in operations. Sound the alarm. Let's see, wiggle your way out of this one.
Challenge accepted.
Let's go.
And yeah, it's all fun and games still here until this guy wakes up and orders his scientists to kind of enable these super robots which have bulletproof coating on top of them to uh, well, he sicks them on us. So yeah, I think it's really horrifying the way they come running towards us. And yeah, I'll just play as you will see in this upcoming section how yeah, they are quite efficient, and like, thank god that I had the laser strap with me for this one, because in the last one I did not have that. And boy, yeah, like I had to do a lot of running, and they would almost like kill you in about 2 to 3 strikes, and they crowd you real fast. And by crowd I mean like they gang up on you and they beat the ever living crap out of Bond.
Same control panel as the lift. Not getting anywhere without the override key. This better work.
So, viewers, as you can see, this is the moment when my spy thriller video game becomes a freaking horror cyberpunk game. Alright? They completely switch genres in here.
Right. Won't be getting one of those. Let's stick to factory settings this time, shall we?
We then get to the best robo ever, called Reki. So it's in the earlier section of this level where you infiltrate the building disguised as not disguised as, but identifying yourself as an engineer named Somerset. You get to play around with this machine or like robot called the Reki. The good thing about this one is like he can roll around and like destroy everything in its path. And yeah, this entire section where you get to control him, again, brilliant gameplay. Really enjoyed this section.
like he's blocked. Gotta lower the bollards. Sure. Why make it easy? Came through. How to get inside that structure? Ideally without being ground to a pulp. Gotta stop the centrifuge. Power source must be nearby. Great. All the merrier?
You're killing me.
Energy levels critical. Electrostatic discharge in 3, 2, 1.
Thanks for the masterclass, Ferguson. I'll put in a good word with Q.
So after this section, we make our way to Hyperion. So Hyperion is like the mirror computer of Thea, and it's essentially whatever Thea does, Hyperion does as well, or gets a copy of whatever Thea does. It's because they are quantum entangled, or they are doing something called quantum mirroring. It's a concept where a molecule, or not molecule, but I believe an infinitesimally small quantum of one element. Like, okay, how should I explain this? Say, say there are two. There, say there is one body, and you cut it into two halves, and whenever, and say you spin one part of the two halves that you have made, and the other half starts to spin automatically. So that's how this entire quantum mirroring thing works in at least in the essence. In actuality, again, like I said, this goes into very cyberpunk sci-fi thing, because again, not an easy thing to do, takes a lot of machinery. So in that sense, the setup is pretty accurate with all the coolant pipes and wires and tubes and stuff. Inside the Hyperion core, or at least the area where Hyperion's core is located, we are confronted by Sir Nicholas Webb, who gives us this entire speech about how he's doing this for England and for the future and whatnot. You know, the usual thing that we hear from the billionaires and uh, tech gurus of our time, the same BS routine. Only he also takes it a step up by mentioning that he has a heart rate monitor, and if his heart stops, he will an entire data set of classified MI6 intelligence will be leaked into the world, or like leaked into the public internet. So yeah, pretty super villainy over here, but yeah, that doesn't last for too long, because he then gets shot by Isola, who, while James is trying to prevent Webb from bleeding out, goes ahead and takes Hyperion's core and runs away. So yeah, pretty dastardly of her, and like I said, she is very Whisper Lind in this sense, because again, originally Whisper Lind was also a double agent.
Have most likely pierced.
We then follow her on a boat and have this boat chase sequence where we can shoot ice that is in front of her, but I don't know why. Maybe it's because James Bond has a heart, unlike Agent 47. We cannot shoot the boat that she's on. So, yeah, we eventually catch up to her, and yeah, we are able to get we are able to stop her, as you will see.
Let it go, James. Oh, look at you. Whole house broken. What a waste.
So in my opinion, they could have easily just let her go over here and finish the game, but yeah, I guess that would be a little too early, because again, in the last section there are some of the best set pieces in the game, at least in my opinion. um, so yeah, instead so Isola, or heck, I should stop calling her Isola. I'm pretty sure her actual name is Vesper Lind, so I'll just call her what obviously her name will turn out to be. I mean, I'm pretty sure about it. So Vesper gets abandoned by her client, and she is then captured by MI6, who put again not who put not only her but James in a cell alongside
So
her.
far, she's manipulated all our screenings and biometrical analysis, only breaking a sweat when she means to. The fact that we have nothing on her is perhaps the most telling thing of all. Someone has gone to great lengths to make her what she is and covered.
Yeah, well, blah blah blah. MI6 gets infiltrated, and a whole bunch of people start dying. It's like, oh my god, is are they gonna introduce Spectre so early in the game? And yeah, we get instructed by M to get to Thea and and to look for Moneypenny, and so we make our way into Thea, and guess what? And this is why I have been calling this guy the Adam Smasher of this game, or Adam Smasher throughout this video, because yeah, he goes through the same thing. He gets crippled or essentially blown up. I mean, he got crushed by steel pipes, right? So that could easily, crush your body. Uh, and from the height which he fell, he should not survive it, right? um, until and unless those were PVC pipes, which again makes sense how he survived it, and maybe the fall is what did the damage. Um, but yeah, he's back and he's been cybernetically enhanced, and yeah, apart from that, him being close to Moneypenny and like holding her up with the knife, like threatening her with the knife, it's like so discomforting, because again, it's the same kind of energy that you get from Adam Smasher, or at least what I expected to get from Adam, like what I expected to get from Adam Smasher in the Cyberpunk video game. It I think it was better insinuated in the um, cyberpunk anime, where like he was this menacing guy who will not think twice before killing children or any organic person. I mean, it's a setting for that.
Take it and go.
I'm told my father died in your arms. It's not fair, you know. You hog all the fun.
So yeah, just another action to make this already deplorable character even more deplorable. And yeah, uh, but thankfully, Q shows up and gives us his watch, a special edition Q watch, which he could have given us for for the entire game. I mean, if he would have given us that Q watch in the beginning itself, hey, maybe none of our friends would have died, and maybe this entire thing wouldn't have happened in the first place. They did not really explain why he did not give why there is a different field setting and why there is a different practice or special edition setting for it. like uh, there is no explanation for it. Maybe if I keep playing the tag sim enough, they will explain how and why this was the case. But still, yeah, regardless of that, um, yeah, the watch just makes James very overpowered, in my opinion. And the whole QLab section where we try to make our way to the Aston Martin Valhalla is a really standout section. I'll play it out right now. So TLDR, the all the experiments and devices left in the Q lab make like a perfect killing ground for Bond to take out his enemies. And yeah, the section that comes after it is even better because we get to drive the Aston Martin Valhalla, which again would have been better if it was in a road rather than a slow space.
Override in progress. 25% complete.
Converging! Forget it. No job! No way.
Leave it be.
Damn it, I'm blind! My eyes!
No way.
Got it!
Override in progress.
Time! It's solid steel. Going as fast as I can. Everyone get ready to clear out! It's fun! Cut him down!
Q, we have unwelcome visitors.
So we do. How about we show them some English hospitality?
Certainly.
Smoke screen, oil slick, sonic cannon, flamethrower. Activate flamethrower.
Flamethrower not applicable.
Damn it. What about missiles?
Missiles. Full stock.
All right. Here we go.
Arming missiles. 12% complete. Stand by.
Oh, come on. Activate machine guns.
Machine guns armed and ready to fire.
Yes. Now we're talking.
Voice analysis complete. You are not Q. You are Bond. James.
You got me.
How did he die?
Q? Fine, why?
He said he would let drive him over his dead body.
Oh, desperate times.
Down!
Grenade away.
Missiles armed and loaded. Threat neutralized.
And after this really high, uh, not high, but like after this really good high of using the car to take out the enemies, Damien Damien Adam Smasher Webb decides to ruin our party by bringing a freaking rocket launcher and taking out the platform that we have the car parked on.
Not helping.
That is a nasty dent, James. I do hope you have insurance. Sit tight. The end is coming.
And I don't know what we were thinking or what Bond was thinking, but yeah, after getting out from the car wreck, we go after Damien all alone. No strong weapons or anything. Um, yeah. If I don't know if you're aware of this, but Mike wants me. I know I'm talking a lot about Cyberpunk, and it's only because of what Damien looks like. So anywho, I'll just get over with it. So I remember Mike Pondsmith mentioning, in I believe again, I hope it's not a case of the Mandela effect, but I believe it was Mike Pondsmith who was saying that. His like one of most prominent mercenaries in the setting called Blackhand. I believe he was called Morgan Blackhand. Yeah, he is supposedly based off on James Bond, so it makes sense that an inspiration a setting inspired from an original source is then inspiring the original source. So it's like a nice Ouroboros circle in this case. So the Damien boss fight. So this is a two-phase boss fight. Yeah. In my initial run, I only used the environmental explosives to deal with Damien. But then I realized that if I manage to stay close to him without taking any significant damage, my watch will automatically hack his suit, and yeah, I could use my watch again, which again makes this boss fight very easy compared to my first run.
Hiding. It's beneath you.
It's working. Need to stay close.
How's Moneypenny doing, James? Surely she must have bled out by now. One more notch on the old belt, eh?
This way. Over here.
What? No ripper?
All right. That one. Jammers down, gadgets are back. Now to wreak some havoc.
Oh, this should...
Now.
Oh, this should
Watch
tickle
out.
your fancy, James.
Bombs. You're flooding the tunnels. You're gonna kill everyone.
Bang on! There's enough water in this reservoir to turn MI6 underground into a fish tank. By the time they sort out what's transpired, I'll be long gone.
So yeah, the second phase of this boss fight, it reminded me a bit of Watchdog with all the hacking that you have to do. Again, this game in its entirety takes a lot of elements from Watchdogs, but yeah, it's a completely different genre and a completely different setting compared to what Watchdog is.
The way that he carried his sin with such honest conviction. What a fraud!
that thought while I fence the world's smallest violin.
And you're gonna stop me?
No need. Kill yourself just to get to me. You don't have it in you.
Well, you got me pegged. The truth is, you have set me free, James. I've never felt so alive.
Best go out on a high then.
Stay down! All I've got to do is walk out the door, and I'm home free. Just lie back and accept defeat. Nothing to be ashamed of. Lord knows you tried. Why do you keep on fighting? After all you've done for these people, they locked you up. You owe them nothing.
I'm afraid the boys in accounting would disagree.
Fine. I'll bring your neck.
All mouth.
It's end of the line, James. You have failed. Everyone around you. Your parents. Your mentor. Your friends. Even for all your pluck, you could save a single one. And now you will die. Unknown, unloved, and alone. Not alone!
And yeah, with this plunge, uh, James and Damien take a plunge into the water below, and yeah, it seems like they both will drown until Isola shows up in order to get the Thea core and saves Bond and leaves with the core. Again, like I said, my conviction still stands at that Isola is her probably her real name is Vesper Lane, because again her character arc so far is again very similar to what Vesper's character arc was, both in the Casino Royale movie and in the book, albeit a bit different because again like again she is still unique in the sense that she has very different characteristics from what how she was portrayed by Eva Green and how she's portrayed in the books by Ian Fleming.
It doesn't feel right, does it?
We then see Bond visiting Greenway's grave, and this is where he finally gets his ID, his clearance ID as a double O agent, and we also find out why he chooses the famous number.
Congratulations. I suppose this makes you 001.
Wouldn't be right. Actually, Mom, I thought since I was the 7th recruit.
Happens to be my lucky number. Just don't tell anyone.
It's not over, you know. Someone pulled me out of that water and made off with Thea. There's only one person it can be.
There's an unseen hand operating in the shadows, playing a game we know nothing about. How that is even possible keeps me awake at night. Perhaps you'd be so kind as to do some digging. 007.
Mom, thought you'd never ask.
And so with this we have earned the number. And thank you for watching it so far. It's a 2-hour video. I was really looking forward to this game, and it was everything that I was expecting it to be. Almost everything. And yeah, so I'll see you in the next video. If you have watched so far, um, like, leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, and yeah, you can also check out some of the other videos in my channel. One of them should be appearing right now. Goodbye.